Professor Ogwanga, over to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you very much for organizing this event. I'm grateful to everyone who has come, and I'm happy to see my old friends. Idi Umbwe was my classmate. We used to do pharmacognosy together. Yeah. And then Nasan Muinda has been my long-term friend. Yeah, thank you. I see Mauda, see everyone around. We are going to have I did not know what to share in this, but Rocket Health did a great work and guided me on something I must also highlight. So we're going to have two messages or sessions from me. One is on appreciating our nation and our people in Uganda for the various efforts that they have put in over the years, and most recently when Covidex came out. I will give my message of appreciation to each one that has contributed greatly to see Covidex where it is now. And then the second phase will be about Covidex. So I hope that I'll try to be, Professor Ogwanga used to say, succinct, give a succinct account, brief and accurate, of something. I hope that I utilize the time well. Yeah, this chair, I'm not used to it, so you'll bear with me because of my long bones. It's not very easy to be comfortable here, but I'll try to be. Yeah, so allow me to read my message of appreciation to Ugandans. It will not be too long. Yeah, so to all Ugandans, greetings and praise be to God in the highest. This is a message of appreciation to Ugandans who have worked with Jenner Company in this journey of development of Covidex herbal product for supportive management of viral infections, including COVID-19. We have worked with both scientists and non-scientists in Uganda, and I bless God for his wisdom and timely work he gave us to develop this product, Covidex. First, I want to express my gratitude to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa for his kind and patient heart as the President of this country, and also for his unwavering support to scientists to find solutions to our challenges. We all know how much he has been talking about supporting scientists. He has never given up. He has pushed different government agencies to give money to scientists, and Covidex is one of his great efforts to support different scientists in this country. I pray that God continues to give him wisdom and good health as he leads this country. I want to thank the State House team, led by the State House Comptroller, Madame Lucy Nachobe, and the present personal doctor herself, who came to visit me when things were really very difficult. And the Uganda Police, led by the IGP and the Deputy IGP and all this team that came in quickly to give support to security, both to myself and also to the factory. I want to express my gratitude to Dr. Leoda Tumwesije, the former Minister of Science, Technology and Innovations, and his team at MOSTI, especially Dr. Maxwell Otimo Napa. Because when COVID problem began, 2020, scientists were called to go forward and give their solution, provide an option. I also went in front and proposed my idea to the team then, but this idea was ignored by the team or the select committee that handled COVID funding. However, Dr. Leoda and his team called me and told me they want me to do something. And early this year, they asked us to write a proposal again I did not want, because I was very tired of writing. It takes a long time to write a proposal. You write a proposal, it's evaluated, it's okay, then along the way you're thrown out because money has come. It hurts. So I said, I'm not going to write another proposal. I'm tired of these things. But Dr. Leoda kept on calling, Maxwell team kept on calling, and now people kept on calling. My own team kept on pushing me at Mbari University, let us submit. So eventually we submitted. And then in April this year, Dr. Leoda and his team gave us some small amount of money. And in June, we began evaluating this product again. It was an old formula. I'll talk more later. Quickly, we worked with PhD students, grad students, to produce data again to give to NDA. And I thank God that we are where we are now. I thank the leadership of Mbari University, Science Technology, where I work. Because of their leadership, scientists and professors have environment to explore their talent. They always listen to us. They give us any help that they can provide. So we're able to do experiments, do research, and come up with something. Especially, I want to thank the government of Uganda and the World Bank that set up African Center of Excellence to do research on traditional medicine in Uganda. Because that Center of Excellence gave us equipment, gave us very bright students, got bright students from different parts of Africa, from Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda. So we have all those students. And if you go to developed countries like the US, professors work with talented students of PhD. They're the ones who do the lab work, you guide them, and they do lab. They run experiments quickly, and you guide them, and things can move faster. So I thank government for setting up the Center of Excellence, and also I thank its leadership by Dr. Kasim Umbatolo, whom I deputize, and I also support as a principal investigator of the center. I want to request government to continue supporting this center and other centers of excellence in Uganda, because such centers of excellence are those that conduct high-quality research that can transform our nation. Africa has about, maybe Eastern and Southern Africa has about 24 centers of excellence set up by governments of different countries and the World Bank. If these centers are strengthened and research is encouraged, Africa will stop begging from other continents. We'll also be giving other continents solutions to handle their problems. I want to thank the PhD students who worked with me. Oloro Joseph, the toxicologist, Ajay Clement from Nigeria, from cognosis and very knowledgeable in HPLC analysis. Angupale Jimmy, a Ugandan and a specialist in pharmaceutical science. Then a young man called Kawa Ivan. These are the students whom I worked with day and night to generate data that we could submit to NDA. I also want to thank Ugandans as a whole. Last year when COVID came, the president organized prayer for corona disease, for God to help us. This year again, the president called for prayer for God to help us. It has not been in vain that we have been praying as a nation. Some people laughed that instead of also doing research. And Covidex God's answer to our prayers. I thank government and all Ugandans who prayed. I also want to thank Ugandans who have given us feedback on Covidex. It was a fast development, rapidly developing. People began using it, and they began informing us about the product. And we are grateful. When everybody was making noise, this product moves forward. And I thank God supported the team to stand strong. They knew much. Thank them very much for the wisdom led by the CEO. Everybody knows that the CEO has entered. We are doing our habit in abundance, and for that work we are showing. We lacked Edagaala here because in ensuring that claims are a bit happening, thank for that is as available as what milk in Uganda. The area of raw materials because I'm grateful to those different. I want to thank two people, Mwanje, for what you did, and would have died. You can call those great scientists who have discovered. Thank you very much. I registered it in 2006 up to 20 yeah. So the directors of general recently, Accredited is working very hard thing. I have studied on the compounds in depth on these two plants in Uganda. About efficacy, I knew what COVID. You cannot make data fresh because we want something. Now, when we're evaluating, it was to some extent they are right because nobody wants to jump on you. You it's alone. Let it be medicines, clinical trials. But I want Ugandans to know whether all done on them. That's why in clinical trial data, we are going to do clinical trial anomically. Why did we choose and let ones focus on manufacturing and research so that this product can go far? Let's cooperate. We are going to get more. We need the medicine here. It is there, so we can also. So I want to encourage Ugandans to be patient. Trying to go and store. Let's leave it for those who are that this is something that saves life. Food. You can maybe forge a trouser, but don't forge a medicine. Because you are participating in killings with the help of police, and we're going to make sure that anyone who is forging anything on Covidex or any other product of Jenna will not go, they call it as scot-free, whatever that means. We shall catch them, and they shall be punished by government seriously. Now, right now, because we have just started and want to work with local companies for Bubu, to promote Bubu. But we're facing a challenge that, one, because different companies have different bottom molds, the different shapes are coming up. That's why you see every day the bottles is changing. Today the cover is green, tomorrow it's light green, the following day it's dark green. Because we have to go to different companies to get product labels from packing material from different companies. So we are really struggling with the consistency in the bottle presentation. But very soon, we shall get a company that's able to produce large quantities of same consistency. That shall be consistent both in the cover, the bottle shape, and everything. We are also doing our best to imprint Jenna, the logo of Jenna, on the bottle. So when you find it with that Jenna, you know it is genuine. But for now, what we can focus on, one, buy Covidex from a licensed pharmacy or drug shop or clinic. Don't buy from hawkers. The hawkers are the ones who are selling fake ones. Don't buy from individuals. Go to a pharmacy. If not there, wait for us to supply again. But we're trying our best. You are sure you will get genuine Covidex. For the public, when you get Covidex, first, check that it's well packaged and labeled with general labels. And then ensure that it just has seal. If there's no seal, someone has broken it. This plastic seal is important. And then, when you open it, there should be a strong aroma. Just for testing. Then you can know that this is the real taste of Covidex. Now, how do you use Covidex? When you get Covidex, when you need it, please, not when you don't need it. Don't buy it for putting in the pocket and walking around with it. It's not a phone or other things. It is a medicine that saves life. You need to first check that it's sealed, check that the expiry date is okay, check that it has the label of Jenna, at least as per now. And then, before using it, you must open the bottle and break the seal. When you break the seal, you put the cover in a clean place. Make sure you have removed this plastic seal. It can kill you if you land to kill yourself. I think one lady in a hurry was sick. She dropped everything. But thank God she was rushed to the hospital and they removed this cover to survive. But this seal can kill somebody. So once you have opened it, we recommend for adults, that is 13 years and above, 6 drops 3 times a day. For 12 years to 5 to 12 years, 3 drops 3 times a day. In the mouth, body breathe the throat. And then for below 5 years, if they have COVID, when they go this problem, we also that below 5 years can also get COVID. But now we are even children getting what? COVID or viral infection. We recommend 1 drop 3 times a day. But be guided by a medical doctor, a pharmacist, or a nurse if the child is below 5 years. And then there are those people who have what we call comorbidities, other diseases alongside the infection, like high blood pressure, diabetes, pregnancy, and other diseases, please consult with the nearest health worker to guide you. Because it's important for you to monitor your parameters. If you are hypertensive, this drug may increase your blood pressure. Not so much, but it may increase it. So if you have your BP, you can monitor or you can be helped by. If you're diabetic, this drug synergizes with diabetic medicines. It increases the ability to lower blood sugar. Because already the diabetic medicine like metformin or glucosamine already is lowering blood sugar, when you add this, the sugar may be lowered, may be reduced much lower. So also monitor your blood glucose and also seek help from a health worker to guide you. If you are pregnant, we have heard that we're not very sure of the effect in pregnancy, but in rats there was what's called teratogenic effects. It doesn't cause harm to the baby, but it could cause contractions to pregnant women. So it should be used carefully under the guide of a health worker if the lady is pregnant. For breastfeeding mothers, we do not know how much released in the milk yet, but we do not anticipate a lot of harm to children if it passes through breastfeeding. But still, let's use it with that with caution. Now, the dose for adults is 6 drops 3 times a day, and for children, 5 to 12 years, 3 drops 3 times a day. Those below 5, 1 drop 3 times a day. And how do you administer it? How do you take it? You must look up to heaven, like I'm doing. Look to heaven, open your mouth, drop it between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Maybe you count to 10. Why do you count to 10? So that the medicine remains in your mouth as long as possible. Because we know now, the first place that the virus gets into and sets up its factory is the throat and the nose. And then begins multiplying in your throat first before it goes down into your lungs and other organs. So Covidex is designed to first target the virus in the throat. Once you target it there, you have targeted the factor of the virus. You stop it there, you handle it early enough. And actually, if you start early, as soon as you get the symptoms and you start, most people do not progress to complications of the disease. So that's how you use Covidex. After using it, make sure that you close it using the cover tightly. And then keep it in a safe, cool place or dry place away from where children can reach. You know, children like medicines. So we normally keep it where medicines are stored safely there. Wait for another 8 hours, do the dose again, and 8 hours, do the dose again. Now, from our research so far, 7 days treatment is adequate. An adult needs only 3 bottles, not 7 as we had estimated. 3 is enough for 7 days. And then, for those who have delayed to start, they may take it for up to 14 days or longer to recover. But if you start early, within 7 days, you should be getting better. Finally, not finally, second last, the pricing. I've received hundreds of messages about prices going very high, skyrocketing prices. Now, I want Ugandans to know that General Herbals Limited, from the very beginning, the objective is not to grow rich. We began General Herbals Limited not to make money, but to help people. All our products, whether General Cough, General Seed, General Pep, whatever it is for any disease, they are very, very affordable to all people. You can go and do your market research. So when we developed Covidex, we knew that Covidex was a highly demanded product that we could make a killing from. A lot of money and become rich, maybe the richest Ugandan within a few months. But our company principle is humanity first. So we said, let Covidex cost only 3,000. We're not just making a small scale, it was 3,000. But when we brought in more workers, the cost of making now increased up to today. In fact, up to yesterday, I'm having yesterday. By yesterday, at the factory price, it is 5,000. Now it is 6, eh? Yeah, because of now importation of bottles, it is now going to 6. So we give it at factory at 6,000. We don't expect someone to sell it at 20,000. 50, 100, 200. That's greed. So I want to appeal to Ugandans. Let's not take this chance to make ourselves rich, because you never become rich through such methods. Let's take the chance to help fellow Ugandans who need the medicine. So we expect, like, if we factor it at 6, wholesalers can add like 2,000 to make it 8. Pharmacists can add like 2,000 to make it 10, or 12 to be at most. Because if you sell at 12,000, it means a full dose of 3 is 36,000. That's affordable to our people. So I want to encourage Ugandans, and I want Ugandans to know that the price of Covidex factory is 6,000, and don't expect anyone to buy it more than 10 or 12,000. Right now, the people are taking advantage because the demand is high and the product is not available. But in a few coming days and weeks, we shall make sure that this product is available in every district, in every health unit. Thank you. There's a last point, opportunities that herbal medicine presents. Now, I teach to study all types of medicines, natural and pharmaceutical or chemical. But I chose to focus on herbal medicines or natural medicines. Why? Africa is richly blessed with nature. Uganda especially, I think has 13% of the world biodiversity. I think it's a country in the world that has the highest, maybe the second highest type of nature, different plants and birds. Uganda has maybe the second in the world, apart from Amazon, I think. But in Africa, we're the leading. And any part of Uganda, trees can grow. Even Karamoja, which is considered a desert, when I went there, I found there are trees growing. Aloe vera was there, a very different type of aloe vera, very big like this. Different trees are there with medicines, different medical effects. So, herbal medicine presents a great opportunity for our country, both in terms of discovery of drugs, even modern drugs. They come from plants, they come from nature. But also, herbal products, because some people also actually, majority of people these days are looking for natural things. When I used to work in a pharmacy, people come and say, do you have something herbal? Because of the belief that it is safer. The chemicals, people are running away from chemicals. Even internationally, people are trying to avoid chemically designed things. And the reason is that, nature, when nature designs some things, it interacts with nature also, isn't it? When a plant is growing, it's interacting with insects, interacting with human beings, interacting with the snakes. So it interacts with natural environment. But when a chemist or pharmacist there in a lab trying to combine different chemicals, maybe combining benzene with the chlorine to produce another compound, there's no interaction in nature there. It's artificial environment. When it comes to the public, then begins to interact with nature. So most times you may not see what happened in the lab and you see it in people, which is different from herbal medicine. Herbal medicine, because nature is ecology, the interaction between different species, so they learn to live together. That's why, practically, hardly do you see extreme toxicities in herbal products. They can occur, yes, there are plants that are highly toxic, and they can have very dangerous compounds in them, but we always study them and know which class of plants have those kind of highly toxic compounds. But for majority, side effects can occur, but not toxic effect, if used at the right doses. So, as a country, we need to invest in research and development of herbal products. Because one, we have the raw materials abundant in our country. Secondly, they can be of medical value to treat diseases that we have. And thirdly, they can be of great economic value. Industries can come up. Right now, Gene Herbals Limited is employing many Ugandans, is buying locally produced materials. Like now we're going to spend over 300 million to get raw materials from southwestern Uganda. That's money going to the population. That money could have been exported to other continents to buy the raw materials, and we lose. But that money is remaining here. It's going to build our economy. It's going to build our own people. So that's why herbal medicine sector, it's the easiest way for us to invest as a nation and reap very quickly and faster. So I pray that as a country we look into it more. Rocket Health, Springs, and EcoFarm, thank you very much for providing the support. Jenna will focus on research and production, not only of Covidex. We have about 13 formulas, excellent ones, and we're developing more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor, for those very kind remarks. I think we've all heard it from him. For all Ugandans who are following on Facebook channels, NBS, Rocket Health, I think you've all heard it from the professor himself that Covidex is going to be available in the next couple of weeks all over the country. You've been told the prices, it's selling between 6,000 and 12,000. So whoever wants to escalate a price for you or to give you a different charge, you know the price today. Right now, I'd like to, after Professor's call, I would like to invite Dr. Davis to take us through the next session. We are going to have a session, a Q&A session, a few minutes after Dr. Davis's speech. So let's all write down our questions, and then we'll have the mic go around. Thank you.
All right, you can notice that the calls keep coming in, day out, and we're trying to do as much as we can to make sure everybody gets the responses that they need. Thank you very much, Sandra, for emceeing this particular session. Thank you very much to everybody joining us online and other media. Thank you very much, Professor Ogwanga, for your ingenuity, your service to the country. Definitely is a God-given reward, blessing that we have here as a country, and we think that as Rocket Health, we need to do everything we possibly can to ensure that we have homegrown innovation in healthcare, be able to serve all Ugandans, as many Ugandans as possible. Quick introduction of myself. My name is Dr. David.
The discussion about Covidex does definitely continue with lots of questions here and there, but like Professor Patrick Ogwanga did say, there are more and more clinical trials that are still being undertaken, and he clearly spelled out that it is a herbal medicine that cannot be used on its own, but it is a medicine that needs to be used under prescription, not self-medication, under prescription by a qualified medical doctor or a health worker, and also it works hand in hand as a complementary drug, a complementary herbal drug to many others. But there is hope of manufacturing, more and more manufacturing, most likely that can also be exported out of Uganda, and that would actually better a balance of trade and also be able to earn the country some more monies. Much more of this information and story unfolding will be coming up in our subsequent bulletins, and that is on Amasengeje Live, 7 p.m. and NBS Live at 9. But say at exactly 1 p.m. as well, we'll be bringing you NBS Live at 1 and the 4:30 NBS News updates. For now, we'll return to normal programming.
NBS happening now.
Well,
Welcome to Afro Mobile, the king of Ugandan content. It's a mobile app with all of your favorite programs in the palm of your hands. Latest breaking news, video on demand, live streams, music, sports, lifestyle and entertainment. Play, pause, rewind, download and even share